So we're inside, door forward, 14-foot unit. And as soon as you walk into the front door, there's always a cabinet stack here on the front wall. And there's a couple different variations of that. And this is a pretty common variation. So this is a 3-stack cabinet starting at the bottom. There's a storage cabinet here with 2 aluminum shelves with an aluminum door. We often hear departments tell us that they store stuff in here that has to be kept on the unit, but isn't used regularly. So this is kind of like an out of sight, out of mind place down here, down low. The Norcold refrigerator, it's a great medical grade refrigerator. This is available locking or unlocking. This is an unlocking version. And then we have an upper storage space. So there's 3 storage space, 2 shelves with our Austin Hardware latching doors. Coming over towards the action wall, Valor captain's chair, 4-point harness, built-in integrated child safety seat. This really easy to use swivel mechanism here. So at the action wall, we have our action area light. We can turn on and off. There's 3 oxygen outlets. There's one here, there's one in the ceiling, and there's one on the squad bench. Simple switching, which is a thing that we're known for. So you can control things like your interior lights, the ventilation fan or the exhaust fan at the rear of the unit. And then this unit actually has electric O2. So it comes with an electric regulator that goes on the main O2 bottle. And then you can simply switch the regulator on and off, which will turn on and off oxygen flow at the bottle. And then it'll cycle here through this check or this test. And then when the bottle is hooked up, that will actually show you what the PSI of the main bottle is. When the bottle gets low, it gives you that low PSI alarm like we just saw. Now, in case there's ever a failure of this system, you can actually emergency bypass that to allow a straight flow of oxygen from the bottle. So it does have that redundancy built into it. USB charging is becoming more of a common thing. People are charging with USB power instead of the 12 volt or the 120 volt power even. This is an IV pole connected from the action wall to the bottom of the cabinet, so you can actually put IV pumps here, plug into your 120 volt, run to your patient. Swiveling over, CPR seat with the Valor seat backs. These are true 4-point retractors. We're going to actually demonstrate this when we get over the squad bench side. There is storage located underneath this seat, and we have this cool mechanism that allows us to flip out, flip down to give you full access to that opening. Props to our engineering team for designing that. A lot of times you'll see acrylic organizers, which is a popular option with our customer, but we wanted to showcase so a few customers actually say, I don't want any open acrylic organizers. I want everything to be closed in a cabinet or in a drawer or something like that. So you'll notice we did padding here at the end of the action wall cabinet in lieu of an open acrylic holder. There's a cabinet, Austin Hardware doors here after the CPR seat. Easy open, easy close. Ultraviolet light built into the air conditioner. Coming to the rear wall, this is the IntelliTech Time Manager clock. So it's a really cool digital clock. It has a sweeping digital second hand that goes around, but it's also got some other really cool features. It has a 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute countdown timer. So you press this, you'll see it'll start counting down. We'll let it go while we're in here recording, but when it gets to 0, it would actually give you an alarm. And then it also has an elapsed timer here as well too. Swinging over here towards the squad bench area. This is a cabinet setup. We don't do that often, but we usually get good feedback on it. So I wanted to put it on a demo to just showcase a different feature. So there's a storage space here. So this is easily accessible from the rear door. So anything that you may need to access from outside, you could store here and access it from the rear doors when it's open. Again, all of our cabinets have Austin Hardware doors that are all crash test compliant. And then there's an upper cabinet here that faces towards the attendant that would be seated at the squad bench area. And we did put a 120 volt power in there. We oftentimes see the Smithworks IV warmer setting in here plugged in. And we've been going a minute. There's our 1 minute timer. You just silence it, and then you could set another timer if you wanted to. On the ceiling, we've seen this a number of times. Again, wanted to showcase this on another demo because it's very, very popular. It's a good option. This is the ultraviolet UV light. So the light fixture is here. To activate it, all the doors have to be closed, and then no people are going to be inside the vehicle. So you'd exit the vehicle, close the door, and then there's a control box for it in an exterior compartment. It has a preset delay start timer on it, and it also has a preset adjustable duration time. So we recommend you keep this on for about 30 minutes back here. So you'll preset those knobs, you hit a go button, and this light will come on. And then in case somebody's walking by that doesn't know that this is activated, they open up the door will open, and it will actually shut this light off. So it's a safety feature that we've built in. Also in the ceiling, like I mentioned earlier, is over patient oxygen line. We also have IV hangers in the ceiling over the squad bench area and over the patient as well. So the squad bench, if you can't tell, it's shorter than what we normally build. We typically build a minimum 72-inch long squad bench so that you can fit a full supine patient on a backboard, 72-inch backboard. We've had more and more feedback from agencies telling us that they're not ever transporting two patients. It's becoming less common. Now, we know it's still a thing with rural EMS. We will still always offer, backboarded options or options to transport a second patient laying down. But for this demo, we wanted to showcase, an option with a shorter bench, some cabinetry in the rear wall. So we put two Valor seated positions, sharps container, trash can, and then I'll show you how these work. So the harness systems on these Valors are really awesome, easy to use. It's a one-click, 4-point retractor, meaning I can physically move without ever having to touch anything on the harness assembly itself. So I can actually stand up. This is something that a lot of people are always asking me. I'm 5'11", just for reference. So I can actually move around. I can open this, get into here. Same thing, I could get into here if I needed to. I can slide this open, get in here. Can almost reach, I can reach a portion of this. I can get into this cabinet. And then we're seeing a lot of people put radios here in this area, so you'd be able to reach your radio. Some folks are putting, their defib here on this side, so you have easy access to it. So, there's a lot of stuff that I can access from this without ever having to touch my harness, and I'm always harnessed in. And then simple one click to get out. And it's a very comfortable, it's kind of that racing seat back style, so it's contoured. So it's a very comfortable seat back to sit in as well. Moving up towards the IO cabinet. So when we do the door forward 14-foot, your workstation is always in this space. When we select door forward with a squad bench variation, you receive this longer extended cabinet. So this cabinet is probably 18 inches longer than what you'll see when we have our captain's chair version here. You can do netting here, or you can do sliding door. A lot of folks like this sliding door. And then this shelf in here is adjustable up and down. Below the shelf, we put a 3-high D cylinder holder in here. And then you can see the inside-outside access door pass through to the outside over here. What's really cool in this area, medics are back here working on a patient. We know this is kind of a really busy cluster area. There's a lot going on here. You may have, police, DPS, family members, neighboring departments, firefighters coming into this space wondering what's going on, and it keeps you back here with the patient, providing patient care in a private environment, allowing you to focus on the job that you need to do. Well, you can have the officer in charge up here kind of managing this area, and also providing direction, drawing meds or whatever from this location. So we've received a lot of really good feedback on the door forward design, and happy to show this one to you. So thank you for joining me on this demo tour. Again, my favorite time. If you liked what you saw or you want to see more, please reach out to us. You can call us at toll-free 888-372-9371, or you can email us at sales@frazerbilt.com. we'll respond to you, and hopefully we can set up a time to show this to you in person. Thanks for joining us.